Hi everybody. I am finally ready to get started on phase 2 here. And hopefully it won't take me as long as it took me to film phase 1. Here's the plan. First, the dork tower is coming out of this cabinet and going up on the wall, both to get it out of the way and to help the Rift sensor wires reach. The wires will be extended through some PVC pipe throughout the room because I think it looks better than just fastening wires to the wall. I have a keyboard arm for the computer's keyboard, and I'll make a small shelf for my trackball. And lastly, I'll be pulling up the carpet, exposing a perfectly good wooden floor, and unrolling a 4-foot round rug. When I step off of it when I'm using it, I'll feel it and know that I'm wandering too far. Another thing we're going to be doing with this phase is installing a third sensor for the Oculus Rift. Most of the time it does pretty well, but every now and then it loses track of me. You see, these hand grip sensors have a ring of infrared LEDs, and so does the mask. And the sensors are basically infrared cameras. So if I have this behind me, the sensor can't read it. So the third one will allow me to get a full surround with the sensors. I will also be putting them on opposite corners of the room because while the installation process says that you're supposed to have them within 6 feet of each other, you don't really have to. And in fact, you lose a lot of visibility if you have them all close together. Having them spread out across the room will allow them to track me all over the place. So it's a good thing this third sensor also came with a 16-foot repeater cable. And while I was ordering that, I also ordered new sensor mounts. The sensors that come with the Oculus are just a little flat base that they sit on. I drilled a hole in them to put them in the ceiling before, but this should work a lot better. They're really small, but they've got holes so you can stick them in the wall, and you can put them in any angle. And since I'm also going to put these not quite in the ceiling, but a little bit lower on the wall, these should do better. Also, these threads look like they should fit a tripod mount for a camera. Or for that matter, the mount that I've got the phone sitting on right now. So there's one more thing that I want to do since the computer may be offline for a couple of days, and that's get in a little bit of cardio with it first. Alright, so I've put everything off long enough. It's time for me to get on with this. Tempest Fusion.
naked woman walks into a bar with a poodle under one arm and a 10-pound salami under the other. She lays the poodle down on the bar, and the bartender says, "I guess you won't be needing a drink then." The naked lady says, "Ah, there it is."
So, now I know why this room had carpet. I could try scrubbing it more, but it seems like the dustiest looking places are the places where I scrub the most. So I think I'm just going to have to stick with sweeping now and then. Still, not bad for amateur work. The walls still look pretty crappy. I haven't actually done anything at all to them, and probably won't until phase 3. For phase 4, I plan to start with tiling the floor with foam tiles of a particular color, and then moving on to the walls for the rest of it. There's going to be a fair price tag to that, so it's going to be a few months before I get the money saved up for all of those. But once I get that done, cleaning the walls and the floor are going to be pretty much irrelevant. I'm going to have to figure out what happened to this door. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to take off the door trim so that everything's a flat surface, so that the tiles make the best surface for chroma key. If you're wondering what I mean when I say chroma key, It's basically green screen, except that it doesn't absolutely have to be green. It can be any color as long as it's the same color and as long as you're not wearing the same color. So, that's phase 2. Not so much a studio, because boy, the sound in here is terrible, as it is a VR environment. The studio part will come with phase 3. Maybe between now and then though, I think I'm gonna play with my toy. Have a nice day.